What's up, y'all? This your girl, Jay Renee, representing Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This evening, we got Wayne Cooper back on the phone. All right, he tripled back on us. He's got some more things that he thinks that we need to know what's going on with his case. So we're going to give him an opportunity to let us know what's on his mind. All right, you there?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I'm here.
You all right, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
All right, so I wanted to give you an opportunity to express yourself. You said it was some things that you wanted the people to know. So the floor is yours.
All right. Okay. So as the last two times I spoke, I wanted to add that in my case, it's kind of like the summary of the case. The private investigator that we had on the case, I can recall he spoke to me and my brother and let us know that the case, this case was resolved around the deceased sleeping with the suspect's girlfriend and getting her pregnant. These are the people that we didn't know nothing about. And the crazy thing was that when I requested my motion of discovery, and for people who don't know what motion of discovery is, it's everything that the state gathered against the individual who they're charging the crime against. So when I searched through the motion of discovery, I discovered a piece of paper in there that the deceased family member had approached the suspect family at work, and they let her know that they know that her brother was responsible for their cousin's death, because it was in as I was sitting in the county jail. The talk in the jail was the guy who the real suspect in this case was in the county jail, saying threat to the family, saying, I know your cousin got a girl pregnant, and when I get out of here, I'm gonna kill him or I'm gonna do this to him. And this was like a Thursday that he was sending these threats. He went to court that Friday. He got out. He made bond. That Saturday morning, the cousin was killed. So, it's somehow me and my brother, we just got caught up in between because somebody didn't give the right vehicle description. And from what I have talked to some of the family members in the county jail of the deceased, they said that the suspect vehicle was a dark green Dodge Intrepid. So, it's it's like the state just, when they saw my brother's car was that color green, they put the crime on us. Now, I didn't have a criminal record or anything. So, just brothers going to work that morning, we got accused of a crime that we didn't even commit. And while we was going through this process, my brother had this female attorney, and I guess after she found out through the private investigator that this case wasn't dealing with us, she resigned as my brother's attorney. And she said she felt as though that she didn't want to stay with my little brother because she said she didn't want to be responsible for two brothers going to prison for a crime that they did not commit. And we have been searching for her. We've been searching for this attorney, just trying to at least, get an affidavit. And, we don't know if she's married or left the state. But this is something that's major that people need to really look into this.
What's her name?
For me to be, her name is, at the time, her name was Miss Stevenson, Miss Lawrence Stevenson.
Okay.
So I don't know what is her name now, but I do know the private investigator, his name's John Johnson. Now, after he told me and my brother this, we went to court, he never showed up. So after I was already convicted, my mother contacted him on the phone, and instead of him, saying something, he told my mom, well, I'll call you back. And he changed his phone. He moved his business location. So now it's kind of hard. Like he became a ghost, and he knew a lot about the case because he lived in a neighborhood where a feud was going on. And he said, and this is his exact words, he told me and my brother, he said that he heard about there was going to be a shooting dealing with a green subject. And he said he was just waiting to see what was going to happen. He said, but after a week or so, everything seemed like it died down. He said, and then a month later, he gets a phone call from my attorney informing him that he needs his services. He said once he started investigating the case, that's when he realized that this was the incident that he'd been hearing. That was the buzz around in the neighborhood with his job or where he lived at. This is what he was hearing. This is what he was hearing while he was out there. That he thought that it was going to be somebody else. He kept asking us, like, how did we get involved into the case? And I told him we didn't have nothing to do with anything. We don't know none of these people at all. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother.
Okay. I just wanted to add. I wanted to add that to my case. I mean, so everybody would just know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not just, you know, a guy just making things up. Like I say, you know, it has been 17 going on 18 years now. And like I said before, you know, I can't be making this up. When I've been saying this from day one, from the time they locked me up in 2006 until now, and I'm still saying the same exact thing. You know, nothing changed as far as with the whole circumstance, the way I'm explaining it. So it's like no one can hold a lie. And to me, I just say, you know, there's no such thing as a perfect crime. You know, it's because the state has no piece of evidence to even put me at the scene of the crime at all. But it was just these coerced witnesses that they brought up to the county jail when I was there to try to, they even put us in a police lineup because nobody actually know who actually did it.
Right.
But, yeah. So this is just another situation of two young black males that wasn't from the state of South Carolina, that was from Washington, D.C., that they felt as though that we had to do the crime because we was from D.C., because I remember in court, somebody made the statement, one of the prosecutors makes the statement saying, well, he's from Washington, D.C., and the neighborhood he lived in, there'd be a lot of shootings and murders. That has nothing to do with me. Like, why would you even say that in front of the jurors anyway?
Right.
That has nothing to do with us. That's, so it's, you know, I'm just trying to get, you know, justice. You know, I just want to go home. I just want to go back home and be with my children and my family, because I know this being incarcerated this long has took a toll on my elderly parents, and it took a toll on my sons. But I just keep them in prayer, and I keep talking to them, and, you know, try to get them not to be, because I know that's how young teenagers, to harbor anger about their dad being missing that long out of their life. And I definitely don't want them to get in trouble out there in the streets. So I constantly stay in their ear and keep positive things going. And we stay communicating with each other through letters and phone calls. And, you know, when I do get a visit, I get to see them on the computer screen.
Right.
So,
and you still looking for some type of legal help, right? Or you have a lawyer, or you are looking for some type of legal representation?
You say, do I have a lawyer?
Yes. Or do you need legal representation?
I need better legal representation, because I have a lawyer right now that is, you know, nothing is just happening right now, because I don't know. Because I don't understand, like, the state of South Carolina. I don't understand the process and the way they do things. They just kind of rush me through the system. Mm-hmm. And it seemed like something is wrong there. because my mom and my brother went to get a piece of paper from the clerk of court, and this lady who they bumped into that worked for the clerk of court told my mom and my brother that we needed to get a lawyer. She specifically told them that they messed your son's case up, and he really needs to get a lawyer because what she's seeing, she said that my case was all messed up.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Do you have anything else?
No. That's the end of me sharing about my case to everyone out there, to all the listeners.